Hello, everybody. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. As always, I am so excited to be with you. I love our chats. I love when we get together and we get to just share. Um, and I hope that you always get incredible nuggets you can take and apply, right? So let's just get started. I'll give you a second to come on in and say hello. I know you guys love to say hello down in the thread, so I'll give you a moment to do that. Hello, everybody. Welcome to you, and thank you for hanging out. I am Chrisnatha. I am a certified life coach, author, and speaker, and I assist creative women serve with purpose. And that is actually the name of my free community here on Facebook. And you are welcome to join if you are a woman creative. And so you can use the link in the description or go to bit.ly/creative women serving, and we'll be happy to have you. So come on in, come hang out with us, learn and get clarity and build your confidence to pursue all the creative things that God has put on the inside of you. And so that you can also serve the people that you were called and assigned to serve. And so I do some trainings in there. And we have some incredible support, amazing women. So the community is awesome. So with that being said, let's get into it today. Today, as you've already seen in the title, we are talking about clarity about your business. We're talking about clarity about your business. So go ahead and grab your notebook and a pen. You know the drill. You know the drill by now. So grab your notebook and a pen and let's get started. I also want to well, you guys know this as well, that the reason why clarity is so important to me is because I assist so many women get clear. What am I supposed to do? I'm feeling stuck, right? So I help them get clear. But also, I've been saying this for some time, and you guys have heard it, I'm sure, that confusion is expensive. It costs you time, opportunities, and sometimes some resources, right? So we have no more time to waste. And so we want to get clear so that we can be intentional with our time. I was recently asked a question, and that question had me thinking so much, and it made me realize something. I thought I was dreaming big until this person asked me this question recently, and I realized I'm not dreaming big enough. And so I want to ask you the very same question because it really made me think. And so it was pretty much a writing assignment, but it was an incredible question being posed. And so the question is, if you had to write your own obituary 30 years from now, of course you're going to live a lot longer than 30 years from now, right? You're going to live more than 30 years from now. But what I'm saying is, let's just play pretend, okay? So nobody, don't panic, don't get afraid, don't get nervous, okay? We are just playing. So hypothetically speaking, if you had to write your own obituary in 30 years, and in it, it was simply about your business and its impact, what would it say? What would it say? And I want to pose that same question to you, and I want you to think about that. And I want you to make that a homework assignment for yourself. Nothing that you have to turn into me or share with me unless you want to. I'm definitely, I welcome you sharing them if you want, and I'd love to kind of chat about it. But if you're not comfortable, you don't have to. But the goal is, these chats that we have is just really important that we reflect. And so if you had to write your own obituary for the next 30 years, right, in the next 30 years, simply about your business and its impact, what would it say? And so, I did the assignment, and then as I heard other people's response, I realized, wait a minute, I'm dreaming too small. I want my business to make more of an impact than that, right? And so is this connected to legacy? Are you leaving your business for your children? And if so, what does that look like? Is it to impact the community? If so, what does that look like? Being specific. How many people do we want to impact with the business? How do we want to do that? What initiatives do we want to put in place for that to take place? And so once we did that, the goal was to now work backwards. And so I want to pose that for you. What impact would you want your business to have? What milestones would you have want to reach in 30 years from now? And what's your exit strategy? Are you going to be working forever? And I know you probably are saying, Chris, I don't have to think about that right now. That's not true. Because you think about the end, you know what needs to happen in the beginning. So I encourage you moving forward to keep the end in mind. Enjoy the journey, but keep the end in mind. How you lay these bricks, how you lay the foundation today is based on what you want to be in the obituary. Okay, and so I just wanted to share that with you because that was such a fun activity for me. It really made me think and it pushed me to dream a lot bigger. And so I wanted to share that with you. Okay, so yes, what impact do you want to have in 30 years? And work backwards. Work backwards. So that should help you really start to put things in perspective. Okay, okay, great. So with that being said, we're talking about gaining clarity in our business because we are women and men who mind our business. We mind the business that pays us. That's it. We ain't worrying about what's going on these internets. Uh, we're not into, the latest fads. It's like we're focused. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. How to gain clarity in our business. I would like to ask you, what's your vision and mission for your business? Now, I know many of us, when we started our business, that could have been yesterday, or it could have been today, or it could have been a year from now, a year ago, rather, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or even longer. But what was your mission and vision then? Because I know you had one. Is it the same now? And if it's changed, what's changed? Think about it. What's your vision and mission? I would like for you to revisit that. So revisit, go back and evaluate the vision. And if the vision is still the same or should still be the same, is that what's taking place? Is your day-to-day, because I know there's a day-to-day grind, so to speak, but which hopefully it's not always the grind, hopefully one day it doesn't have to be that necessarily. But that's why working backwards, keeping the end in mind, it's going to be super beneficial. All right. So going back, evaluating the vision for your business, what did you want it to look like? And do you still feel the same way? And what does it really look like? So we have what you wanted it to look like. What does it really look like? Now that the excitement has died down, what does it look like the day to day? And if you don't like what it looked like, what do you need to do to start getting it the way that you need it to be? And if you need help, you got to get you some help, right? That's important too. I want you to ask yourself a few questions. So there's a few questions I want you to ask yourself. Okay. The first question is, what makes you different in the marketplace? Not as a person. Well, we know as a person, you are amazing. You're genius. You're dope. But what makes you different? Because there's somebody else out there does something similar or the same thing that you do. They offer the same product or they offer the same service. It might be slightly different, but what makes you different? What makes you unique? So think about that. Also, I want you to ask yourself, who is your customer and client? Some people aren't sure. And if you're not sure who you serve, then you're not sure how to market to them. So who do you serve? I told you at the beginning that I serve creative women serving with purpose, right? And so who do you serve? Who do you serve? And you can do a client avatar. You know, it's always good to, I know some of you have done this so long ago and some of you haven't, and that's okay. But it's important to look at who's my audience? Who am I talking to? Who am I selling to? Right? So look into that a little deeper. Where do they live? How much money do they make? Can they afford my services? Where do they hang out? Because I should be there too, right? So you want to think about all of these things. What's your big why? Why did you start your business? Why are you doing your business? Like, what's the point of it? Why are you in business? And listen, it's okay if you're in business just to make money. I know. People have told us if it's not this deep reason, it being tied to your destiny, you know what I mean? But sometimes you're just, this business is something you like and it makes good money and you need money to maybe fund your lifestyle. If that is your reason, that is okay. So I want to go ahead and set you free today. If you are in business to make money, simply to make money, that's all right, because that's a big part of it. That's a big part of it. But also, what's your why? If your why is also to inspire your children, to leave a legacy, like we said earlier, to make an impact in your community. If those are your reasons and that's your why too, that's fine. That's fine. And if you want are in business to make money, it's maybe because you want a certain lifestyle. You want to make sure that your family has a certain lifestyle. That's okay. That is okay. How much money do you need to make? And how much money do you want to make? Those are two separate questions. How much money do you need to make? And how much money do you want to make? And the beautiful thing about being a business owner is that you can make a lot more money as a business. There's not really a cap. So that is good. It depending how you structure your pricing, you know, and your services for your products and your services. So yeah, depending on what your pricing structure is, that determines what your earnings will be. So there's flexibility versus you know, working at a job where this is your pay. And there's nothing wrong with working at a job, okay? I'm just saying, like, you know, your pay is set, and if you're set for a promotion or something, that may come down the line, and you get raises at your job, but there's small increments, right? So I want you to also ask yourself, what are your strengths and weaknesses? What are you good at doing in your business? And you know what you're good at doing. I'm sure if I asked you all individually, you can go ahead and just spit it out quickly. But what are the things you're not so great at doing? And can I tell you, it's okay for you to not be great at everything. And it's okay for you to ask for help. It's okay to you contract help. If you are a parent and your kids are of a certain age, get your kids to work in your business. Get your kids to work for you. Why not? You're working for the family. They should be working too. You know, even if they're just working your product table at an event, maybe they're good admin help, right? Get them to help you out if possible. I also want you to, if you're kind of maybe pivoting, shifting some things, I would encourage you to survey your audience. Do a poll, survey them, ask them questions. What do you need right now? What would you rather me teach about, train, a product or service that you need? Because they will tell you, and then you create it. You want to make sure you're meeting the need. And so go ahead and survey and poll your audience, because you want to make sure that you're not creating products and services that you think they need, because you don't want to launch the crickets, right? So you want to make sure that you are providing services and products that they need so that you can also make money and sell. So that's important. So go ahead and ask them what they need, what they think, and 5 years from now, a year from now, where do you want to be? But go ahead and make sure that you do that assignment, that writing assignment about the obituary, because that really had my brain going. Doesn't mean you have to do everything today, but laying the bricks of the business, you want to make sure that you're doing it the right way, because business structures and business models are so different. So you want to make sure that you're laying the right bricks for what you want in the end. Okay, so that is our chat today about getting clarity concerning your business. A lot of us are in business for ourselves. Stay encouraged, guys. Do not give up. Keep going. And whatever you don't know, learn it, read, hire a coach, do what you need to do, but get in position and keep pushing, because you are necessary in the marketplace. So guys, thank you for hanging out with me today. I'm Chrisnatha DeRozier of the Masterpiece Institute. I'm a certified life coach, author, and speaker, and I assist creative women serve with purpose. So if you're a creative woman, join me in my free group. Follow the link and I'll see you there. Guys, have an incredible day, and I'll talk to you real soon.